Okay, so the last video was a little wonky, but maybe this one will be better. And so it said for you to give it a try. So hopefully before you watch this video, you'll try this on your own. But if not, let's take a look at it. Let's work it out together. It says given that x minus 10 is a factor of f of x equals x cubed minus 12x squared plus 12x plus 80. Find the other factors, and then what are the roots? So remember, here we're finding the factors and the roots. So let's start with the factors. We already know that x minus 10 is a factor. So we do have to get our new quadratic with it. So I'm going to start off by taking that negative 10 and making it a positive 10. Now we see we've got an x cubed, x squared, x in constant, so we're good there. We do not have to annex in a 0. So now we're going to take our coefficients. So 1, negative 12, positive 12, and 80. Okay? So next up, we're going to bring down that one. All right, so 1 times 10 is 10. Negative 2 plus 10 is negative 2. 10 times negative 2 is negative 20, and 12 and negative 20 is negative 8, and finally 10 times negative 8 is negative 80. So yes, it is a factor. So now we're going to replace back in our x's. Drop your power from 3 to 2. So our new quadratic is x squared minus 2x minus 8. So now we're going to factor this. So now if you'll notice, this time we have two negatives. If you still have your sheet, then you'll know that the factors of a negative are positive and a negative. So x and x. So this time we want factors of 8 that has a difference of 2, and that's going to be 4 and 2. Because 4 times 2 is 8, 4 minus 2 is 2. And because our second term here is a negative, we're going to put the larger number, which is 4, behind the negative. So, and now I'm going to take that x minus 10, bring it down. And there are my factors. So these are the factors. Now to get your roots, we're going to say x plus 2 equals 0. I really don't have to put the parentheses. X minus 4 equals 0. And x minus 10 equals 0. So now we'll subtract that 2, like da-da. Add that 4. And add the 10. And there's my roots. So that means my graph is crossing at negative 2, 4, and 10. And I really should be pulling this up on my graphing calculator. We're going to work some more of these tomorrow, and we will do that. Okay, so let's see what we have left on this PowerPoint. We have to be getting close to the end of it here. So there we go. There's our factors. There's our roots. Now, how do we factor x squared plus 9? Well, okay, so remember I always said if you had x squared minus 9, that's going to factor to x plus 3, x minus 3. Well, with this one, the way you're going to factor this is going to be x plus 3i and x minus 3i. So it's going to factor just like a difference of a square, except with the I. Sorry, and the I squared is going to change that sign. So, okay, so your homework is to work the 1 through 10. I did give you the worksheet and the solutions. Tomorrow, I'm going to go over every one of those with you and explain those. So we will continue on with synthetic division tomorrow. I hope that the first day worked out good for you and you guys stay safe.